Let's toss a fresh one of these in. What is up, YouTube? Blicky Western here. And today we are dropping this video with the theme of my family's SHTF plan at an interesting time, not only in America when tensions are high, but globally when the entire world seems at chaos. So I wanted to break down my contingency plans for SHTF, the end of the world, and a little bit of context behind why. This will be a longer video than what I normally upload between YouTube Shorts, as well as videos I currently have on my channel that are sub 10 minutes. If you do enjoy today's video, go ahead, hit that like button, subscribe, and I appreciate community. So if you have any thoughts on today's video, whether it's good, bad, my family plan sucks, drop down in the comments below. It's the highlight of my day, especially when people troll. I get enjoyment out of it. In comparison to Shit Hit the Fan, I feel it has a lot of similarities to parenting. And it's going to be such a long video, I brought water. What I mean by it has comparisons to parenting is you have really good educational resources out there to prepare, but you don't truly understand the magnitude of the situation until you're figuring out shit as it goes. Now, before we continue with the video, I have written some notes down, so if I glance down, I'm just having a point of reference, so I stay on topic, and I'm not aimlessly wandering on and rambling, wasting more time. When it comes to Shit Hit the Fan, I think there's too many variables for the average person to prepare depending on the situation. And what I mean by that is you don't know if it's a natural disaster that's going to exhaust local resources and you're waiting on the federal government to come in, which could take days, could take weeks. It could be a new viral outbreak of some strand of something where everybody buys up all the toilet paper and it has a higher mortality rate. The US could have officially hit its boiling point between political views of the left and the right, and you start seeing large armed conflict in the streets. It could be a foreign adversary that decides to launch a cyber attack. I mean, it's estimated 60% of the American population will die in the first 72 hours without power. Kind of sad. So this video I'm putting out there, my family's plan, kind of give other families some ideas, engage in conversation on how we all can do better. I'm sure somebody out there will find some loophole in my plan and let me know, or some flaw. So why do we have a world without law, shit's hit the ceiling fan, scattered the walls plan? And if you see me gauging off, I have these really bright lights, and they're fucking with my eyes. So every now and then, I'll kind of glance to the side. I apologize. I know it's weird, but they're bright. We have a contingency plan in place. That's kind of a catch-all depending on what type of scenario you get put in, because we are our family's first responder. Me and my wife understand that during these critical times of uncertain events, we are the protectors of the household. We're logistics and supplies. We're emotional support, teachers, faith ministers, you name it. You're kind of like AAA. You just got to do. So that is why we have the contingency in place, because we can't rely on nobody else to be there for our family. So it's down to me and my wife. So when we initially engaged in conversation about end of the world, which is not something my wife is typically fond of, she kind of looks at me as a tinfoil hat conspiracy theorist. I think it's very important having a family that you need to be prepared for anything and everything as best as you can be, right? You could be a millionaire and you could have a bunker and things in place, and then for whatever reason, your concrete didn't cure right and it collapses. I digress, but you get the point. KISS method. Keep it simple, stupid. And as we were engaging in conversation as far as plans for the end of the world, what we boiled it down to was bugging in is the best option for us as a family. And I'm going to glance down. There's a couple reasons why. I'll break those down. I'm not going to get super granular in each topic. If you do want to see more videos like this in the future, go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe, and comment down below. And I'd be more than happy to break everything down in a step-by-step series. If you're like, hey, this guy sucks, this video sucks, his editing sucks, the camera quality sucks, why does he have taco burps? Understandable. One of the main reasons that we decided to bug in was our supplies are already stocked. And it's following the threes rule of survival. And if you know the threes rule, it is 3 minutes without air, 3 minutes without shelter, 3 minutes without, or 3 days without water, and then 30 days without food. Bugging in kind of checks off a handful of options. The only thing it doesn't cover is air. So in the event that there's chemical, biological, radioactive, or wildfire, we'll have to adjust the plan accordingly as it goes. But supplies are already stocked. We've got 3 months worth of food, 3 months worth of water. We've got means to protect ourselves. We have tools available. There are some subtle fortifications in place to the home that are not externally observable outside of having 3 security cameras that could be seen from the front and then 1 from the side of the house. Outside of that, we would look like your average unprepared family. But we have everything we need internally that we could have access to. So we got the security of doors, windows, 4 walls, a roof, means to heat and cool the house without power. And that's checking some boxes there as far as the threes rule for survival. That covers shelter, food, water. Another kind of the word I'm looking for, not topic, subsection I want to approach, is it provides my children with familiar grounds. These are topics that they're still too young to understand, and I don't really break it down to them. But being able to be home, have access to board games, books, crowns, Play-Doh, clay. I mean, during an end of the world situation or a blimp of chaos, it would provide some familiar comfort to them and hopefully ease their transition. Now, having familiar grounds is also crucial for me and mom. We know the neighborhoods, we know the roads, we know local resources in the event that we do. Well, essentially, I would have to go out and scavenge if we run low. Also, energy conservation. So rather than loading crap in the car and being a rolling loot drop, since my kids are young, and essentially you can just take the supplies you want from us, it makes the most amount of sense to bug in. It conserves energy from having to hump things, ruck them. All in all, it does make sense. Those are the pros. Now, some of the cons are if it does become unsafe, you're trapped. If it does become unsafe, we do have bug out bags. However, from point A of the front door to point B of the car, you're loading shit in the vehicle. People are very perceptive. They can see that you're rolling stuff in the vehicle. They could attempt to intervene there or while you're on the road. You have valuable supplies. Another disadvantage to bugging in is understanding that you have to be at the highest level of alert. So sound reduction, light reduction internally when low light is outside, uh, keeping the kids quiet at school, as far as not mentioning that we have a plethora of canned goods and reserve barrels of water, not sharing that information for kids to pass on to their parents and relatives, and then you become a target. You do have limited mobility of being in a house. We have quite a few escape routes if need be, but that is not the most opportunist time, right? You'd want to take time to be able to load the car and go. But I also don't want to leave the car out front with supplies in it for somebody to break in the car and find, outside of an IFAC and some spare. Well, no, I don't keep ammunition. Any ammunition I keep in the car, I take off my body. I keep an IFAC in the car and some basic car supplies in the event of an emergency. But outside of that, like, I don't want them to break in the car and find supplies and then realize, like, oh, this car belongs to this house. They have all this in the vehicle. Let's break in the house. So you're limited on mobility. So in the event that you do have to go, you're in an iffy spot. And then another aspect to it is your neighbors that you do know that are friendly and would be considered okay occupants in your area for a shit hit the fan situation can leave, or they can turn hostile. So that is another one of the downfalls to shit hit the fan. But overall, I think it's important to have these discussions right now, especially in the turn events that we face in America, because you never know what could happen. Our game plan is to bug in, but it's at such a level of flexibility because you don't know what's coming. And in the event that we do need to bug out, things are prepared. I do plan to drop a video soon about some of our bug out preparations. In the event that we do have to bug out, we have locations that we can arrive to that are within somewhat a tight community that we have, in the event that this isn't working out for us and we got to get out of Dodge. That is my family's kind of plan. If you do want me to break it down for you, and step by step and kind of what we have in place, go ahead and let me know. Outside of that, hopefully you enjoyed me rambling on today. If you made it towards the end of the video, Blicky Western out. I'd enjoy some comments down below if you think there's areas I need to improve on or add. If there's anything that I need to expand upon as far as topics go, let me know. Outside of that, Blicky Western out. I appreciate y'all.